Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me for Chronicles in Collecting, where we're going to open up the Soul of Chogokin GX67 Space Pirate Battleship Arcadia from Arcadia of My Youth. This figure came out in October 2014 and retailed for 28,000 yen, or about $260 US at the time. So today we have a very special figure. This is probably my second most wanted figure. I've been trying to get my hands on one for about a year and a half now. I mean, you could buy them, but they're expensive, so I was able to finally get one at a price that I found to be acceptable. So I'm really excited to open it. I'm not like super familiar with the Legiverse. I've been getting more and more into it, and specifically this Arcadia. So there's two versions of it. Oof, this thing is hard to get out. One is the version from the anime, and this is the version from the manga. This is the first ship that I've opened from the Soul of Chogokin line, so curious what those are going to look like, because there are a bunch of cool ones. A lot of stuff from Legiverse, a lot of stuff from Yamato, and I guess it's really pretty much just stuff from Yamato, now that I'm thinking about it. But let's see what we got. Alright, let's take a look at this guy. So this thing is pretty awesome. Smaller than I would have expected, about the length that I would have expected, but on the box it always just looks like so big. Take a look, just a lot of really cool detailing on the top here. Very sturdy feeling, really nice detailing on the side. Obviously got those cool skull and crossbones. Got that on the front. You got that. This is definitely not a ship that you would want to see while you're in space, because bad things will come. All right, so let's take a look at this. So I think that the first thing that kind of reached out to me is that it's, probably smaller than I thought it would be. It's kind of about the length I would expect, but obviously they always look so big on the boxes. But a lot of really cool detailing, especially on this part on the back here. Really nice design. You got this cool right there on the front. You got this on the back. You got some nice detailing on the side. This is definitely not a ship you would want to run into when you're in space, because that bad things will happen. Not expecting a ton from the accessories here. Looks like a few things fell out as I was opening it up. But you got some turrets, that obviously I'm sure just mount, somewhere on the front. I don't know what these things are, but presumably I will figure it out over the course of the posing and in the instructions. You got some extra wings here. I'm assuming that it just would have been a little bulky to include all, to have these all attached. Obviously, you have what every pirate ship needs, which is a pirate flag. And you got this cool, little antenna here. So yeah, just a bunch of stuff to add to the ship. And then finally, what do we got here? And then finally, you got the stand. So let's take a look at that. If I could ever get it out of here. See, it's got a nice nameplate, as you'd kind of come to expect from the Soul of Chogokin line. And I think this one might actually make noise, which is what I think that this little box here is for. It's weird that this needs batteries. You'd figure that the figure needs batteries, but yeah, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, I'm gonna get the instructions out. I will try to put this together, figure out what the heck this thing is for, and I'll be back in a few minutes with some final thoughts. All right, and we are back. I'm going to try to get this thing on the rotating stand. I'm not entirely convinced that it's not going to just fall off, but let's see if we could do it here. If I can actually find the little button here. All right, so far so good. But yeah, so obviously a lot of high expectations for this figure or ship or whatever, and I feel like they definitely met them. First of all, I said this was the first ship I opened up on this channel, but I forgot about the Thousand Sunny, because I was putting up the pirate flag and I was like, oh, this is going to look great next to the Thousand Sunny. So apparently all of the ships that I've opened are loosely pirate themed. Whoa, there we go. All right, let's try this again. Hopefully I have enough clearance space this time. But yeah, so like I was saying, you know, this figure really met all my expectations. I love the detailing on it. You know, there's obviously not a lot to it as far as accessories. This thing just fell off, but I could put it back on later. But lots of cool detailing. You know, I think it looks great on the stand. A few notes from before, I wasn't sure what those tracks were for, but they're for the Galaxy Express 999, which would have made sense, but also kind of makes me now want a Galaxy Express 999 Chogokin, which I don't think they have yet. One other thing that this did have, which is cool, is this remote for the various effects that it does. It does quite a few of them, but we can go through a few, maybe. Okay, it looks like it times out after a few minutes, even if you have the on switch on, but let's try again. So you can see there's some LEDs on the top here, there's some LEDs in the cabin, and then it makes a whole bunch of noises. One of them is like a theme song. I couldn't get it to stop playing it before, and now I can't. I don't really know what all the buttons do. They're in Japanese, and there's like lots of weird like button combinations. There's like if you press like 1 and 4 lowers the volume, 1 and 5 raises the volume. There's one that plays the theme to it. Maybe I'm not close enough. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, you get the point. Anyway, I would say all in all, this is a great figure. I don't know if I'm going to pick up the other version of the Arcadia, but this is definitely making me want to, and I'm also looking forward to opening up one of the many Yamatos, Space Battleship Yamatos that they've made as well. Anyway, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate a like or subscribe. And if you didn't, tell me about it in the comments. Anyway, thanks so much, and keep collecting. It's also